What's happening, guys? It's me, the aLeXx here, doing this late night. This is February 29, 2016. Tomorrow is gonna be the beginning of March and the beginning of a new month, of course. But because this is the end of the month, I'm deciding to give you guys my favorite matches from each company from February. I did this for January, and I was happy with the results of how many people actually enjoyed those videos. So I'm gonna continue it every month. So February, we've got some good matches, and we got some not so good matches. From every company, I would say. Each one except maybe one had their standout match that just blew everybody away. Except for the first one I'm gonna talk about, WWE. WWE is like really liking it, but thanks to Shane McMahon coming back, I'm definitely excited to see what is up with him, what's gonna happen. Um, yeah, we didn't get that many good matches. A lot of people say Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Dean Ambrose was the match of the night for Fastlane, and which is I see why people would say that, but I personally did not like that match barely a single bit. I personally am not a big fan of that match, and let alone be the match of the night. I really didn't enjoy that match barely. I felt like it was just pretty disappointing for me. But a lot of people enjoyed it, and people would predict that would be my match of the month. But it wasn't. I'm actually gonna give it to Chris Jericho and AJ Styles from the same night, Fastlane. It was a great match. After seeing their match on SmackDown, I really thought that they had a lot of good chemistry, and Fastlane they were gonna have a great match, and sure enough they did. It wasn't anything spectacular. Like I said, if we had a much younger Jericho, we could have gotten a much spectacular match. And thank God we had this match, otherwise the show would have been gone to shit. Oh goddamn, was that show bad. But then we move on to NXT. We had some good and we've had some bad. Really only two matches stood out for me personally. We had some good ones with American Alpha versus Blake and Murphy. We've had what else we got? Bailey and Carmella versus Eva Marie and Nia Jax was alright. We've got some okay stuff, but the two matches that really stuck out for me were Finn Balor versus Apollo Crews and Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. And sure enough, I went with Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn because this match could still continue. This is February 17, 2016, I believe. Yep. This match is gonna continue. We're definitely getting a rematch, and I'm excited to see that. Definitely must see match. I mean, it ended in a draw, so it's just like, oh shit, who's next? I already know the results of who's gonna face Finn Balor at NXT Takeover Dallas because I read spoilers. Plus, Shinsuke Nakamura kept talking about his match at NXT Takeover Dallas, which is a huge spoiler. I don't know why they would say that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see another rematch between these two. These guys had a great match in this show, so definitely another must-see match. Coming in from TNA, we didn't have a lot of matches that I remembered, but there were some good ones actually. I'm actually really happy that we got this match. Now, in January, I actually didn't see Kurt Angle versus Drew Galloway until February, which is I'm like, I don't know, there was a Drew Galloway Kurt Angle one because I saw the show, it said Drew Galloway Kurt Angle 2, so I got to see the first one, and I said it was a good match. Do I still stand back after what I said? For that actually should have been the match of the night for January, but because I didn't watch it, it was my bad, so I apologize in advance. But this one, oh shit, this is a must see. For people who thought Drew McIntyre was not gonna be anything great, anything spectacular. Sorry, I gotta move this shit out. Yeah, Drew McIntyre showed us that he's really good in the ring. WWE dropped the ball with Drew McIntyre. He was supposed to be the chosen one for Vince McMahon. I mean, he was not that bad in the ring. He was alright, and this match hella proved that he took on Kurt Angle, old dude that's very injured. He could crack his neck and almost die. But Kurt Angle could still wrestle, and Drew Galloway showed it. And then at the end, they just showed respect. I really love this match a lot. The chances are this is going to be TNA's best match of the night by default because we rarely get a spectacular TNA match. But this is definitely one that I definitely would recommend for you guys to see. excited to see what else TNA does with Kurt Angle and Drew Galloway, particularly Drew Galloway, because Kurt Angle may not leave TNA and come back to WWE. It's a long shot, but who knows. ROH, we got Jay Lethal versus Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly as my match tonight. The main event of the ROH 14th anniversary. I'm gonna review that show sometime this week, hopefully, if I get time. But I thought the show was I mean, a lot of people would say the 6-man tag match was the match of the night, but I personally thought that we've seen that match way too many times. I think Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly told a good story with 3. Even if Adam Cole really didn't have to do anything except that the fact that he is one of the ROH's bigger stars out there. But I like this Kyle O'Reilly story. It's kind of remind me of Daniel Bryan and WrestleMania 30. Convenient timing now that I say that, but yeah. I'm pretty excited to see what Kyle O'Reilly's got to do next. If he does win the ROH Championship, I'm really excited to see what's up with him. So, definitely another match that I would recommend as a must-see. So, all of these matches so far except WWE, sadly, was a must-see because Chris Jericho and AJ Styles, which is a good match. I wouldn't call it a must-see. I would say a must watch sometime in your lifetime. As for all these matches are just there. And the best match of February by far, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The New Beginning in Niigata. You could say other matches were there. What was another one? The New Beginning in Osaka with Kazuchika Okada and Hiroki Goto, Katsuyori Shibata and Tomohiro Ishii. But personally, Kenny Omega and Hiroshi Tanahashi is a match that we've never seen before, and we were always curious to see how much effort they would put in this match. Not just that, but the Intercontinental Championship was vacated, and I actually wanted Hiroshi Tanahashi to win because maybe it could bring prestige to the championship, and it would be kind of like the John Cena Open Challenge kind of thing. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but it could have been a good opportunity to do that. But Kenny Omega is one of the more underrated wrestlers out there. And I felt like he does deserve it. And now that he beat Hiroshi Tanahashi, now his name is being heard. So this is definitely, by far, the best match of February. No shit. I love the match. It's fucking main event of the show. That says enough. This is definitely the best match of. This is definitely must see. You thought the other matches were must see. This is definitely must see. Now we move on to Lucha Underground. This is the last one. And we've gotten some good. I like the story that it's telling. Like it's setting up a lot of good shit for the future. And as for matches, we really only had like maybe 2 or 3 good matches. You could say Johnny Mundo and Cage was a good match. I thought it was alright. But for me personally, it was a 2-way tie between Phoenix and King Cuerno versus Pentagon Jr. and Prince Puma. And even though the thing with Pentagon, I mean King Cuerno, why the fuck I fucked up the name somewhere. King Cuerno and Phoenix had a last luchador standing match, and I'll admit it was good, but it wasn't as good as the match they had earlier in the beginning of Lucha Underground when season 2 just started. I thought that one was much better, even though this one had a ladder spot. I can't wait for their ladder match next week, or this Wednesday, I mean. So, yeah, this is not my match of the night. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to give it to Prince Puma and Pentagon Jr. These guys, I've been dying to see this match for a while. It might have happened before, but now that it's mainstream, it's very good. And just told a good story. And the fact that we're getting a rematch is going to be awesome. And it makes sense. Prince Puma versus Pentagon Jr., the biggest face versus one of the bigger heels. And Prince Puma won it. I'll admit the ending was kind of weird. I'll say that. But the fact that Prince Puma was going to break Pentagon Jr.'s arm, Vampire's just looking, not saying anything again. But just showing respect. And I'm just excited to see what's next for these guys. I want to see who's next to take on Mil Muerte, so that's gonna be awesome. And yeah, that concludes my best matches of February. I hope you enjoyed that. We got some really good matches. All of these are 4 stars. If one of them is higher than 4 stars, that would be the New Japan match, obviously. But yeah, for February had some good matches. I'm excited to see what else is next for the months to come. So yeah, we're gonna get the ladder match between Phoenix and King Cuerno for the King of the Mountains Championship. Finally, chances are we're gonna get the Disciples of Death versus Ivelisse, Angelico, and Son of Havoc. I'm excited to see what Kenny Omega does with his championship run now. Kyle O'Reilly's story still going on. We're definitely getting Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe too. What else are we looking after? Oh, and Dean Ambrose versus Triple H is gonna happen. If it does happen, I'm excited to see where that goes. Definitely. It's still not WrestleMania season, but well, it is WrestleMania season, but it's not WrestleMania weekend anytime soon. We still gotta wait for like a whole month, but I am excited to see where this road takes us for March. I'm really excited for March for wrestling quality. So yes, yep, I'm just pumped for it, and yeah, but I'll see you guys later. It's me, the aLeXx. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and until then, I'm out.